Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Complete to number 80.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me. He's got it. They bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
On 1st down, Fisher. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. they've done so with that first run.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
6-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Fisher. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
The pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
For the ball carrier, tackle made at the 9-yard line.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Jets' 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And into the coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
At the 30.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 13. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Fisher. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
I'm going to show you,
Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And the ball's out, full near midfield. And the Rams have got it back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Number 18.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They'll throw now on the final play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL. And we now proceed to the start of the second half. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
At the 45-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's caught. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's the fullback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise. Methodical is one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25 yards.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Little short pass to James. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
39-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run on first down. Fisher. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fisher, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports.
With the score.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And he's got it up and through. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
First down, Los Angeles.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That one Incomplete to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Fisher. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 13-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete right around the 8.
The pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's a good job there. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off inside the 5. Big seam, and he might go all the way. And he lost the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still 2nd down.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
The pass.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown, Jets.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
By the wide receiver.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A check on the numbers for Westbrook in last week's game. 7 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 33. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop. If they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So that one will be accepted. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The open man is Westbrook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
Gain of 4.
And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
For the point after.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Complete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here comes the Rams punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the left side, it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. And now the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints.
On the keeper. Fumble on the play.
You think think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They find some open field here. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The kicker.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air, escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Going in here on 2nd down, this time complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
That's good.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
38-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
The ball carried
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
The pass.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Makes the score Saints 21.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15.
So things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Tackle made just shy.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he completes it to Westbrook.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The quick hitter here, it's complete.
Complete to number 8.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. L.A. readies for its next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. Taken down right at the line of
ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
New Orleans.
And a give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you to get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a gain of
And
10.
while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Another
and a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Quarterback gets sacked.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure on him at all times because you don't know how he's going to...
And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The line coach will.
35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Pass the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
Rams. They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 10 yards out. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second and 1. He's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Complete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
At the 12-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything. Just cutting it loose and having fun.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for New Orleans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles,